Alright, here I am again with my Apprentice S. Got one more tip to add to my collection of tips. In case any of you guys kind of question how well my previous tips have been working out, take a look at this airplane here. Got a lot of hours on it, a lot of experience, a lot of glue. Still the first airframe, still, even with all the glue, original floats. Did some waterproofing on one episode here. What was the first episode? Oh, I think I had to do with that rudder. The tied up the rudder with the cabling and linkages and stuff like that. So we got authority on rudder was one of my first frustrations here. As you can see, the big APC prop and aluminum spinner is accompanied by a Power 15 motor inside there with a bigger ESC. I've got telemetry on there to monitor the battery power on here. I have my first two batteries here, and as you can see, I've been wearing out the balance leads on them, so getting a lot of hours off the Apprentice. It's been a great little plane. I did an episode where I did some waterproofing there, so I got the ductwork over there, keeping water out of the electronics, kept water out of the battery. Boy, it just seems to go on and on and on. It's a nice little airplane. Oh yeah, and there's the little, I got just a regular disconnect instead of the switch that I didn't have a whole lot of faith in here. No video posting yet, but you'll notice that the rubber blinders are gone. I got these nice nylon straps I stole from a pair of old Futaba transmitters. Makes that a lot more secure. All my flight controls are on the extreme side. I'm also flying with my my new DX18, so I got the voice feedback in my telemetry. That's been a great deal. One frustration I've always had with this plane, and I had a theory, and I guess I've been able to prove out the theory, so I'm going to share it with you guys here. Is high-speed taxi with this thing has not been good. Turns out there's a little spring back here, and turns out it won't retract. It's kind of nice in the full scales. You can retract when you go to high-speed taxiing. I'm recommending take that off and just leave it under gravity. So I'll do a couple of flights and show you how the difference is for that engaged or disengaged. Okay, so here's my first test flight here. We're going to fly this thing with the rudder spring active. So it's going to hold that rudder down in the water, and we'll, like I say, stock setup, but of course I've changed the cabling, so it's not exactly stock, but we've got the rudder being held down in the water full time as originally designed, which does great on low speed taxi. Never been a problem. Not since my cabling fixes. So that works like a dream. Do a right. Do a full left. Or that was a left. Do a full right. So got lots of authority on that. Slow taxiing. It's been a dream. High speed though. Kind of tough to get up on step, which means that generally the mode here is to give her hell, get the thing out of the water as soon as possible, because you don't want on the water during high speed. Once you're in the air, everything is good. Well, I don't think there's anything crazier looking than a plane with floats flying inverted. So that's with the spring engaged. Once you're down to low speed, everything works great. Don't try high-speed taxi, don't try to get up on step with that engaged, or kind of squirrely. Oh, look at that green mess. Okay, so I'm just gonna, no more modifications other than just unclipping that. Spring's still there. Only thing holding that down now is gravity. Of course, my concern there is whether or not I got enough authority while it's taxiing. Apparently the float does not, I mean the rudder doesn't float on its own, so that's good. So we'll see how the low speed taxi does. You can kind of see that even at that low speed there, the rudder's pulling up a little bit. There's my left. Let's do full right. So far, doesn't look too bad. Rudder looks like it's being pushed up at about a 45-degree angle, so it's kind of half in, half out, but apparently enough to do the job. Now let's see what it does on high speed. Yeah, look at that. That wasn't so easy to do before. Oh, look at that pea green flake. Horrible. That's not going to make a nice video. Let's bring it down to speed and low speed, and it seems to do just fine. Look at that. We got a little bit of wind coming up. I like it. I like it a lot. Doesn't have quite the same authority at lower speed, but it's nice to have it kick up at high speed and not topple it over every time. Get some more scale takeoff and landings by maintaining a little bit of airspeed. I didn't dare do earlier.
Flight pack 10.5 volts. 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 Flight pack 10.5 volts.
So those of you kind of struggling with getting the wet wingtips all the time, ideally it'd be nice to have that rudder retract, but it doesn't. But at least without that spring, it kind of disengages itself a little bit when you get a little more force on it.
Flight pack 10.4 volts. Flight pack 10.5 volts. Flight pack 10.5 volts.
There's my telemetry hard at work. That's actually working off the stock receiver. Really didn't think the stock receiver would do the telemetry, but it bound up just fine, and actually reports frame losses and antenna fades. And as you can hear, most important for me, that battery voltage. How beautiful is that?
Time remaining 1 minute.
I'm going to call that a win.
Flight pack 10.4 volts. Flight pack 10.4 volts, 30 seconds. Time expired.
Yeah, I fly the Apprentice with a lot of rudder. Look at that, huh? Just slow it down, and when the water rudder drops in, I got the low speed taxi control. Thought maybe I'd have to add some weight to that rudder to keep it in. So far, so good. Well, I'll encourage the rest of you guys out there who've followed some of my little findings. Go ahead and add this one to the list. And I really like those nylon straps for the wings.
1 minute over.
And again, in case you question the success of some of my tips here, there go that plane, huh? That one's got a lot of hours on it. A lot of hours. That's no new plane. Been a good one, with a few modifications here and there.